All right, so you go ahead and skim through the text, and you are actually going to vote. You're not writing anything down. I am going to do a little poll, just how we did in number stories. What do you think is the genre of this text? Ready, Leah G, to vote on the screen? Tavoy, ready to vote on the screen? And you need to show me evidence as well. What do you think this is? Go. Click on it, click on it, click on it. What's the genre of this text? Tavoy, show me that you're voting. Maybe he froze. Haja, click on it. I got 13. Let's get more. Leah I, you voted. Emmanuel, you voted. Romney, you voted. 5 more seconds. This is where we get to hear your voice, technically. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's end right here. So many of you think that this is fiction. 63% of you think this is fiction. Give me some evidence, Athena.
It's fiction because it has a problem in characters.
Well, do we know that this has a problem? We don't know that this has a problem yet because we haven't read it. But I like, Athena, that you use characters. How do you know that there's characters in this story? Abigail?
We know that there's characters in the story because when I read the first line, I saw a character named Susie.
All right, so I am going to write down that this is fiction. What will I be thinking about if this is fiction? Go ahead, Jaden. We are going to be thinking about.
You're going to be thinking about is how
Great focus, Maxwell.
How Susie told how.
No, what do we think about when we read any fiction story, Maxwell?
We think of our main idea.
And how do we do that?
We do that by.
We have something called thinking jobs, and their job is, well, we think about those as we read. So what are thinking jobs for fiction, Maxwell?
That they help us think about them during we read.
But what are those thinking jobs? Let's see, let's call on Maxwell. I'm gonna come back to you. What are our fiction thinking jobs? I'm going to go with Suleiman. Go for it. Suleiman, don't touch it. I got it. Go.
What is your question?
You need to pay attention. What are our fiction thinking jobs?
Our fiction thinking jobs are character, problem, solution,
Mm-hmm.
and lesson learned.
Fantastic. So as we read today, I want you to think about your character, the problem, the solution, and finally the, bam, high five, your lesson learned. Great. So Maxwell, remind me what I'm going to think about as I read any fiction text. Go, Maxwell.
You're gonna when you think about any fiction text is your main idea.
We think about our thinking jobs. What are our thinking jobs for fiction, Maxwell?
That they tell that during reading they tell us different perspectives.
No, Maxwell. Suleiman told you, when we read fiction, we think of the characters. Are you looking at the screen? The problem, solution, or lesson learned. What do we think about, Maxwell?
The characters, problem, solution, and lesson learned.
Great. Remind me again, what do we think about when we read fiction? Adriana. When we read fiction,
When we read fiction, we think about the lesson learned.
Is that it? No, eyes on the screen, waiting on Kermaya and Maylee. We think about the characters. I want you to say it. We think about the character. Say it, I should see it. The character, the problem. Show me a problem face. Oh, a problem, a solution, and a lesson learned. Great, let's see who I can call on to tell me what do we think about when we read any fiction text. Emmanuel, cut the toys. Let's call on Ava. Go, Ava.
What we think about is when we think about in any kind of fiction text is a character, problem, solution, and lesson learned.
Thank you, Ava. That's fantastic as we're all listed up. So let's first see if we can find the character. So let's put our little fingers on Susie and our pencils, Rachel. David, pencil on Susie. David. There we go. Let's see who's ready. Daryl's ready. Eric's ready. Naomi's ready. Hello, Dion. Let's get ready and put our pencil on Susie. Susie loved to hear her older sister Emma play piano. Oh, I think I found some characters, so I'm going to underline. Listening to the pretty notes and watching Emma's fingers press the keys made Susie want to play too. But every time Susie asked to play, her mother would tell her that it took hard work to learn to play piano as well. Emma made it look easy. Susie was sure she could learn to play, even though she was a few years younger. So she decided to show her mother that she was ready for the responsibility. Susie helped her mother around the house by washing the dishes and dusting. Great, let's stop right here. I'm going to put a little line to remind me where I am. Who are our characters and what do we know about them? Kaden?
What we know about them is
Who are the characters first?
The characters are Susie and her older sister, Emma, and her mother.
Great. And what do we know about our characters? Let's give someone else a chance.
Romney, please put it down. How about Emmanuel?
Great.
If I can find him. There we go. Go.
Emmanuel, what do we know about our characters?
Emmanuel, can you unmute yourself? There you go.
We know about our character is that Susie wants to play the piano, but she doesn't know how to play it. Instead, she helped her mom wash the dishes and dust around so she could learn about the piano lesson.
Why is Susie washing the dishes, do you think, Emmanuel?
Because she wants to play a piano.
What does washing dishes have to do with a piano?
Because she really wants to play a piano. That because Emma knows and she doesn't.
So I'm gonna write what you put first. S wants play piano, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So what did she decide to do?
She decided to help her mom and dust around so she can have the piano lesson.
What does that show? Let's help Emmanuel out. If you're washing the dishes and dusting, what does that show, Manasi?
That shows that you deserve a piano, and also that shows that you're responsible enough for a piano.
Fantastic. So that shows responsibility. Susie is trying to show her mom that she can also be very responsible and play the piano. Let's see if that is true. Put your finger on mom or in your pencil, Naraya. Amazing. Mom, can I take piano lessons? Susie asked. Susie, as long as you know that you have to practice every day, you can take lessons, her mom said. Susie was so excited she could not wait to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, one of her favorite songs. In no time, she thought she would play as well as Emma. Let's stop right there. What happened in their story? Did something change, Miss Sophia Cruz?
Yes, something changed because at
Great
first
job, Garcia.
her mom didn't let her play a piano, but now her but now she showed her mom that she was responsible enough to have a piano, so she got her piano lesson.
Great, so she can play the piano now. What was the condition that mom said? She can play her piano as long as what? Let's go back into the text and figure it out.
How about Emma?
Dion, please take that out of your mouth now and sit up. Dion,
Her
sit up
mom-
the second time.
My mom said that as long as she plays on the piano, as long as my sister plays on the piano, she needs to practice every single day.
Exactly. Mom allows Susie to play the piano as long as she plays every single day. Do you think this might be a problem? I like how Max was thinking about it. Abby, you're agreeing. Why do you think this might be a problem?
I think this might be a problem because I think that she thinks that she was going to be responsible with it, but I think she's too young, and when she practices every day, I think she's not going to know how to play it that much.
Let's see if that could become a problem or not. Suleiman, so when I ask you a question, you need to be ready because you're showing me that you're ready, correct? If you're playing. Let's start with Susie. Let's see if that becomes a problem. Great focus, Angel. I can see that you want to show us something from your house. Susie was excited and nervous for her first piano lessons. When she finally got there, she was surprised. Her teacher had flashcards and a book for her. Susie did not know there were so many things to learn about piano before you could actually play it. She had to learn each note or the sounds that the piano makes. Then she had to learn which key on the piano made each note. There were even Italian words she had to learn. Her teacher showed her everything she needed to learn before the next lesson. During that first lesson, Susie never even got to touch the key of a piano. How is her character feeling right now and why? Aisha, what do you think?
I think he's feeling right now. Is he feeling kind of funky over there? Because he can't do it all day. Maybe he had school or something.
He feels funky or something? Tell me more, Maylee. Do you agree with Aisha or no?
I don't agree with Aisha because
Hajo?
she feels a little bit confused because she said, don't people play the piano at piano lessons? But
yeah, Susie is confused. Why is she confused? Angel, go for it.
Susie is confused because when she was doing it, she talked to herself and talked to her teacher, said, why did she get to touch a single key on the piano?
So she was so excited for her lessons, and you're right. It does say that Susie didn't even get to touch the piano. What did she do instead? Thank you, Angel, for raising your hand again. Daryl, what happened to you? I need to hear from you. What happened to Susie? She didn't even get to play her piano. What did she do instead, Daryl?
She didn't said is that she just instead of just thinking about her piano lesson, she just forgot about it and just zoomed across. And
is that what the text says, or is this something you're making up?
the text said.
You're saying the text said what, Daryl?
The text said that She forgot about the piano lesson. It just went outside.
The text doesn't actually say that. Let's go back to the text and see what it says. Because here it says she had to learn each note or the sound of the piano. Then she had to learn which key on the piano made each note. And there were even Italian words she had to learn. Did she go outside, Daryl?
No.
What did she have to do before touching this piano?
She had to do is practice every note.
Yeah, she had
But
to
not
memorize everything, right, Emmanuel? I like how you're raising your hand and paying close attention. Let's see what happened to our poor little Susie, who she can't even play the piano just yet. Don't people get to play the piano at piano lessons, she wondered? And the next day, when Susie got home from school, her mother had her snack all ready. Susie ate it fast, and she started to run outside. Where are you going? Her mom asked. Outside to play kickball, Susie said. Bye, Mom. Not so fast. You must study your piano flashcards, her mother said. Then you can play. But Mom, everyone is playing kickball, Susie whined. Susie, this is what you wanted. You have to do your work first, her mom said sternly. What happened on her next lesson? Emmanuel, go for it.
What happened on her next lesson is that she wanted to play kickball outside, but her mom said, not so fast, you need to do your work first.
How do you think she felt, Emmanuel?
She felt embarrassed.
Why?
Because she wanted to play kickball, but she couldn't.
I agree with the reason why, but I don't agree with that feeling, Emmanuel. Let's think of a better feeling, because you're right. She wanted to play outside. Could she do it? No. So I do agree it's a negative feeling. How is she probably feeling? Everyone, I want you to go ahead and brainstorm. How is Susie feeling at the end of this story?
Oh, I see Quincy brainstorming. I see Ava thinking.
Show me on your face how Susie is feeling.
Ooh, Quincy looks.
Man, look at Ida's face.
Yeah, whoa.
Naja, how is she feeling?
She was feeling sad because she wanted to play kickball, but her mom didn't let her because she had to do her piano flashcards because she wanted to play a piano like her sister, but she ran outside and she couldn't, so she just had to play.
Yeah, you're right. She felt sad because she couldn't play outside. She had to study her flashcards. Did our story have a solution? What do we think?
Quincy is disagreeing. Quincy, what do you think?
I think there's no solution because
Esmeralda?
Susie's mom said not so fast. She said, and she forgot that she had to do her piano lesson.
Exactly. In this case right now, what Susie wants is she wants to go outside, and she can't get what she wants because she needs to study her flashcards. Susie, go ahead, Naomi. What do you think? I see you disagreeing.
I disagree with Quincy because there was a solution because she did some of her chores like washing the dishes and dusting the room, and her mom let her finally learn how to play a piano.
That problem was fixed, Naomi. I do agree with that, but did that lead to another problem? Naomi?
Huh?
Did Susie playing the piano, did that lead to another problem? Emmanuel is saying yes.
No.
What does Susie want right now, Naomi?
She wants to learn how to play a piano.
What does she want towards the end of the story?
She wants to play kickball.
Can she do that?
No, because her mom said that she has to study her piano flashcards.
Great. So actually our main character here, she's a little silly because she fixed her problem by creating another problem, right? She should have maybe wanted something differently. Maybe not be a copycat and copy her sister. Maybe. This is what I want you to do during your breakout rooms. You're going to come with a main idea, and I want you to focus on the lesson learned. Remember, the lesson learned is outside of the story. What can we take from Susie's mistake? I like how Abigail, she's starting to think, what can I learn from our main character?